Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger. I have another interesting true story for you about the Death Valley country. And now let's get on with our Death Valley Day story. For our story tonight, we're going right down into the heart of Death Valley and bring to life for you one of the long-line outfits that was once the only link between the valley and the outside world. The story is called The Big Team Road. This is how Death Valley looked in 1885 to Dana Emerson, a wealthy young college fellow from the East, who has come out there to prove his worth to the girl he loves, Melinda Blackmere, daughter of the manager of the most remote industrial plant in America, the Harmony Borax Works. And a few miles below it, a solitary oasis known as the Greenland Ranch, where the manager and his daughter live.
Vamos!
What's the big idea?
Him steal money from store. Boss fire him.
I always say, Hermie, bad hombre, like snake.
Father will probably put you to work at the company's store here on the ranch.
Selling bandanas and canned tomatoes to the teamsters. And will that prove to you I have the character you're looking for in a husband? The moral...
I told you to take off your collar and tie.
The whole thing's ridiculous. I'm ruining myself here in this godforsaken spot.
If you want to call it off, go back to San Francisco.
If I had any sense, I would. I'm sorry, Melinda. I didn't mean to sound stuffy. Of course I'll stick. I'd go through Hades itself to win you.
Hi, boss. George.
Boss, I want to talk to you.
I got nothing more to say to you, Hermie. You're fired, and that's that.
Keep me on, boss.
The company does not employ thieves, Hermosa. You're leaving the valley on the next train as a passenger.
Hello, Father.
Hello, honey. How are you, Dana?
A little hot. Who's this dude?
None of your business.
I know. You brought him here to take my place. Give him my job.
By golly, that's exactly what I will do.
Father, you can't do that.
You're hired, Emerson, the swamper on the big team.
You can't give him my job.
They'll take you along and dump you off at Mojave. Now, you'll be at the works when they're ready to pull out tomorrow.
You'll be sorry. You'll pay for this.
Mr. McPherson? My name's Dana Emerson.
Fit you to a T, son.
I'm your new swamper.
Oh. What have I done to deserve this? A lily of the field. Where are you from, son?
Boston.
Well, you'll find that the going can be mighty rough. Biggest wagons in the world, these. And that's where you sit up there. It'll be your job to handle the brakes on the downgrade. Keep the wagons from running away and killing the whole outfit. Oh, Dolph, bring me the castor oil.
Castor oil?
Yeah, that's one of the requirements of these trips. A daily dose. Thanks, Dolph. All right, now shut your eyes and hold your nose.
But I don't need any.
You heard me.
Hey, Sandy.
Huh?
That Hermie, him gone.
Yeah?
Steal horse, grub from ranch last night. Hightail it off.
Well, I wasn't much hankering for his company on this trip anyhow. Those between a greenhorn and a horse thief, I guess there isn't much choice. All right, climb up in your high chair, Sonny. All right, take a good look at those men, Sonny. They're the last humans you'll lay eyes on, except yours truly, until we get to Mojave. That's 10 days from now. All right, let your brake off. All right, get up, you jughead. Come on, you numbskull. Get up high, get up. High, get up.
And so the big team rolled out into the burning desert, dragging 63,000 pounds of borax, along with 1,200 gallons of precious water for man and beast.
Well, you wanted to know what stuff he was made of?
I hadn't counted on anything quite so rugged, though.
It'll make a man of him or else.
Yes, or else.
Sandy! Can you stop a minute? Long enough for me to get a drink of water?
Wait till we make camp.
My throat's cracking.
Well, let it crack. We got a schedule to keep. We can't stop every time a little boy wants a drink of water.
Sandy, stop! I dropped the dipper. Oh,
Conson it. Ain't you even got strength enough to hold on to a dipper? Thanks, son.
For what?
For dropping that dipper.
But who would want to blow up the wagons or us?
I'm not sure, but I've got my suspicions.
You mean it?
You hear explosion.
You should have heard it from where we was.
I bet him Hermie Hermosa.
Well, I sure wouldn't bet against you.
Once again, the big team rolled on its way to Mojave, with Sandy keeping a sharp eye on the road ahead for any other surprises Hermie might have planned. But for the next 2 days, everything rode smoothly.
A wet camp tonight, Lone Willow Hotel, a home away from home, and rooms with running water.
Running water?
Yeah. Company laid a pipeline and brought water down a couple of miles from a spring up there in the mountains. And this is where we fill up for our next dry spell.
After 4 days of dishing it out by the bucket, it'll be a treat. Let me at it.
Save some for the other jackasses.
Hey, the tank's empty.
Well, maybe it sprung a leak somewhere in the pipeline. Let's have a look. Oh, look.
Somebody's knocked a hole in it.
Yeah, and he must have dynamited the spring, too.
Who?
Oh, that sidewinder by the name of Hermosa.
Well, what do we do now?
Well, ain't anything we can do but report the damage when we get back to Death Valley. We ain't got the wherewithal to repair it.
But our water wagon's empty.
Well, we just have to get along the best way we can until we reach the next water hole. Seem to be jinxed this trip. Must be a Jonah aboard.
Me trailed him through the canyon, over the hill. Pretty soon I hear big explosion. Make big hole in the ground. Almost kill all team. Yes.
You sure him, Hermie?
Who else? Him only one have grudge for big team, but me get him, you see.
What are you two talking about? George? Is something wrong, Susie? He said something about the big team. Tell me.
George go hunting.
For what?
Maybe deer, maybe mountain sheep, maybe man.
Father, I still think Susie's keeping something from us. The big team is in some kind of danger.
The big team's in danger every trip it makes, my dear. Danger of sandstorms or cloud bursts, danger of a mule falling sick or a wagon breaking down. Whatever it is, I trust Sandy. He's the best teamster on the desert.
Oh, Sandy can take care of himself.
You're really in love with that young swamper.
If anything ever happened to him, I'd never forgive myself.
Well, don't worry, dear. By now, according to schedule, they're in Mojave.
Whoa! Whoa! Hi, fellas.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Tom. Well, here we are. The end of the line.
Longest 165 miles I ever traveled.
Well, the return trip will be easier with a lighter load.
When do you leave?
Tomorrow morning at sunup.
Tomorrow.
Hey, look, Mojave ain't no resort, you know. It's just a railroad siding.
Of course. I just sort of expected to be a longer layover here.
Yeah, well, there will be for you. You see, I ain't taking you back to the valley, Sonny. You're in no shape.
Well, I'm all right.
Oh, look. You get on over to the paymaster and get your pay. You got $25 coming. Now use it toward a ticket home.
You mean I'm fired, is that right?
This ain't no job for a tenderfoot.
Now, wait a minute.
Look, I can get myself a real swamper here in Mojave. Easy.
You've got a swamper already. See you at sunup.
Oh, I'm sorry about the sunburn.
The next morning, the Harmony paymaster gave Sandy something else to worry about.
Ready to pull out, Sandy?
Right now.
Here's ballast for you. Payroll for the Harmony Works.
Put this up on the safe to the side of you, Dan, and don't let it out of your sight for a second. Savvy?
Right.
And wrap this around you.
Well, see you next trip.
You will if you don't eat yourself to death in the meantime. Get up, you numbskull! Hey!
Loaded with supplies for the ranch, together with hay and grain, which would be dropped off at the different campsites to feed the mules on the next trip with borax, the big team headed back for Death Valley. Once again, it was long days of blistering sun and burning sand, while Hermie followed cautiously. But the hunter was also the hunted, for faithful Panamint George had taken up Hermie's trail.
One of the lead mules cast a shoe. I'm going up to fix it. Now, look, we're only 3 days away from the ranch. Keep your eye on that bag, whatever you do.
Sure. Beans will be ready when you are.
All right. Hey, Sam! Get him, Sam!
I think I hit him in the leg.
Sandy!
He winged me.
Go ahead and say it. I deserve it. Falling asleep at the switch. You ought to use that bullwhip on me.
Oh, quit your belly aching, will you, and give me a hand. I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. Oh, I think that bullet's still in there. We're going to have to leave it until we get back to the ranch.
We're going on?
Sure. We can't turn back now. We're past the halfway mark.
But you can't drive.
No, it's all up to you now, son. You're going to have to take the big team in, all by yourself. All right, grab your jerk line. Now, don't turn loose of it. That's your telegraph system. That's the only way you can get orders to those lead mules. A steady pull, but you want to turn to the left. And 2 short, sharp jerks for a right turn. All right, I'll let off your brakes. All right, now let her go, Gallagher.
Get up, you sons of guns! Get up!
Well, we're rolling, by gum.
Get up, boy! Come on!
Then I pick up saddle and come back.
So Hermie's still at large?
Yes, miss.
Well, at least Sandy knows what he's up against.
They haven't a chance against that blackguard. Why, he could pick them off like birds on a fence.
By now, they should be across the mountains and on their way up the valley.
By now, they should be here. They're way overdue.
Me dream last night, me see vulture flying low.
Oh, stop it, Susie. The big team's been late before.
Excuse me, boss.
What is it, Fred?
And the men down at the plant are wondering when they're going to get their pay.
Well, they'll get it.
When?
When the big team gets here.
The payroll's on the big team?
Yes.
Now I know something's happened.
Me see blood on moon.
Will you shut up, Susie? Pull yourself together, dear. This isn't like my daughter.
It's because I am your daughter. Because I wanted the man that I married to measure up to you, but I was wrong. It wasn't fair to put him to a test like this. It wasn't fair.
He'll come through all right. Sandy will look out for him.
Oh, stop talking as if he was a child.
But you said yourself...
I don't know what I said. I only know that I love him. I can't stand it waiting around here doing nothing.
George, hitch up the buckboard. We'll go out and have a look.
I'm going too.
No, you stay here.
I'm going.
Nobody going. Here come big team.
I told you Sandy'd make it. He's the best doggone teamster. That's not Sandy on the wheeler.
Oh, Dana.
Oh, why?
happened?
Are you all right?
Where's Sandy?
In there?
Dead?
Heck no.
Almost, though. Took a bullet in the shoulder.
Help him down, boys. Take him inside.
Who did it, Hermie?
Yeah. Robbed us of the payroll. It was my fault. I fell asleep.
When did it happen?
3 days out. I'll be unhitching, Sandy.
All right, Danny.
You've done enough, Dana.
Yeah. Lost the payroll. Sandy's life, perhaps, and... Well, the least I can do is find Hermie and get that payroll back.
You'll never find him.
Panamint George has offered to go along. He's got a score to settle, too. We'll form a posse.
Dana, please. For my sake.
Delirious from Dana's bullet in his leg and the torturing heat, Hermie's burning thirst had led him to the very water tank he had destroyed.
Water. 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 Don't give him water.
Skunk.
Let him die like you want others to die.
Yeah, it'd serve him right.
I can't do that.
Water.
John, Melinda, they're coming back.
Here's your payroll.
Good. Is he dead or alive?
Alive.
If we'd had our way, he wouldn't be.
We say let him die.
I didn't have the heart. I guess I'm still just a tenderfoot.
Tenderfoot?
Tenderfoot.
Tenderfoot my eye.
Oh, darling.
What a man.
You've seen here a living demonstration of one of the most spectacular methods of transportation ever devised by the fertile mind of man. The big Team Rose was photographed in Death Valley using the original borax wagon.